Bullish Filecoin cost forecasts range somewhere in the range of $16.89 and $31.90 by 2030. Market examiners accept Phil could reach $13.13 by 2025. Bearish Filecoin market cost expectation for 2023 is $3. Filecoin presentation. After the presentation of the Filecoin mainnet, there were fights by excavators in cases of a cost dump in the initial not many days. The venture's maker, Juan Bennett, excuses each analysis and demands that everything is continuing as expected. The cost of the Phil money diminished not long after the mainnet send-off and looked to recuperate simultaneously. What is going on with Filecoin? We should pause for a minute to survey the Filecoin drive and endeavor to anticipate its future. What is Filecoin? The organization with a similar name, expected to offer its clients a decentralized information stockpiling and the board framework, is fueled by the cash known as Filecoin. The pioneer, Gene Bennett, created it to energize interplanetary document framework, a notable task including distributed information trade. In 2017, Filecoin had an ICO, and in 2020, its mainnet turned out to be live. The objective of Filecoin is to forestall issues with regular document stockpiling arrangements like MIST. These concentrated frameworks can possibly turn into a weak link with tragic outcomes, like the misfortune or debasement of information. Clients of Filecoin may shop for the best stockpiling hub or capacity digger in view of notoriety and choose for themselves what compromises to make between capacity cost and information dependability and overt repetitiveness. Determined to offer the best deal in procuring fill for their capacity, stockpiling excavators contend with each other for customers. The equivalent is valid for recovery excavators, who contend to fulfill the client's solicitation for information in return for a fill charge. Filecoin basic examination. The local money of the Filecoin blockchain is called Phil, and it is utilized to settle exchanges on the Filecoin organization. The Phil token should be held and utilized for exchanges to utilize the Filecoin organization. Also, capacity suppliers and information retrievers are remunerated with the Phil token. Capacity suppliers should offer Phil as security as an assurance of administration, going about as a bond that might be disavowed for the situation that the specialist organization stops being a practical choice. The token for Filecoin itself was presented in 2017 with a symbolic deal that brought roughly $205 million. A pre-deal for guides raised $52 million of this, and a public deal on the CoinList stage raised $153 million of it. To fundraise, a basic understanding for future tokens was created as a legitimate agreement that involves designating tokens to financial backers upon network enactment in return for a forthright interest in the venture. The portion offered to guides had an expense base of 75 cents per fill, a further markdown of 0-30%, and vesting terms of 1-3 years. The expense reason for the leftover $153 million in fill went from $1 to $5 per fill, with a hard limit of 200 million fill sold. Filecoin specialized examination. In spite of the fact that it is challenging to play out a specialized examination of the Filecoin digital money that is 100% right, TradingView's complex specialized examination device permits you to see the collected trade evaluations for Phil continuously for a pick time period. The most broadly utilized specialized pointers, moving midpoints, oscillators, and turns are the groundwork of the FIL-USD report. Filecoin is right now worth $3.75 USD. Phil has moved 2.34% as of now with an exchanging volume of $154,894,594. Filecoin is right now positioned 35 among all digital forms of money with a market capitalization of $1,350,266,682 USD. Using the overall strength list, moving weighted normal, Williams fractal and moving normal intermingling disparity from the diagram above, we can decide cost designs for Filecoin to conclude whether having a bullish or negative year is going. Filecoin Value Forecast 2023. Filecoin, from certain perspectives, is one of the most astounding digital currencies to rise this year. The Phil cost gauge for 2023 expects a huge expansion in the year's last part, perhaps coming to $5.63. Similarly, as with other cryptographic forms of money, the ascent will be continuous, yet no extensive drops are normal. Averaging $5.25 in cost is very aggressive. However, it is possible soon given expected joint efforts and headway. Phil is supposed to have a base worth of $4.50. Filecoin Value Expectation 2024. In 2024, Filecoin Phil cost expectation has a lot of space for extension. Because of the expected declarations of various new organizations and drives, we guess that the cost of fill will before long outperform $9.38. Be that as it may, we ought to hold on to check whether the fill's overall strength list emerges from the oversold zone prior to putting down any bullish wagers. Taking into account the market instability, fill will exchange with a base exchanging cost of $7.51 and a typical exchanging cost of $8.26. Filecoin value expectation 2025. Assuming the vertical pattern go on until 2025, it could reach $13.13 and fill might benefit in the event that the market encounters a downfall. The objective may not be met. Fill is supposed to exchange at a typical cost of $12.01 and a low of $11.26 in 2025. Filecoin value forecast 2026. On the off chance that Filecoin effectively supports market opinion among digital currency devotees, the fill coin cost could stay stable for the following 5 years. As per our projections, fill will be green in 2026. The fill is supposed to reach and outperform its unequaled high in 2026. In 2026, the virtual cash will be valued at $16.89, with a base cost of $15.01 and a typical cost of $15.76. Filecoin value forecast 2027. After some broad guaching and specialized examination, we gauge the fill cost is supposed to cross a normal value level of $19.51 by 2027, with a base cost of $18.76 anticipated before the year's end. Moreover, fill has a greatest value worth of $20.64. Filecoin value expectation 2028. Because representing things to come organizations that are supposed to occur by 2028, we are expecting that a bullish pattern will keep carrying the typical cost to around $23.27. On the off chance that fill figures out how to break the safe level in 2028, we could see a greatest cost of $24.39. Neglecting to assemble the help fill needs by 2028 could bring about a low of $22.52. Filecoin value forecast 2029. While Phil is endeavoring towards interoperability between organizations to Rush Association, the bullish pattern from the earlier year is supposed to proceed. So the base exchange cost has been put at $26.27 and a yearly cost close above $28.15 in 2029. Filecoin value forecast 2030. By 2030, Filecoin will at long last outperform its past ATH values and record new cost level. The base cost could be $30.02 and possibly arrive at a most extreme value worth of $31.90, averaging out at $30.77. Filecoin value forecast 2031. The digital money market is known to be profoundly unpredictable, which is one of the many justifications for why cost determining is a troublesome undertaking. Makes an honest effort to gauge future costs with accuracy. But all forecasts ought not be taken as monetary counsel, and you should DYOR. In 2031, we are anticipating that digital money should have acquired reception across numerous areas. In that capacity, the most extreme fill cost in 2031 is projected to be $36.78 in case of a bull